Hi, welcome to Radio Kidnappers, Voice of Hawke's Bay. I'm Gail, and if you've seen my videos before, then you'll know that I'm a noetic scientist, psychic, tarot reader, clairvoyant, just a jumble of all of those names really, because I work a lot with energy, and because energy is everywhere. When you laugh, you feel the energy of a laugh. So yeah, it is my pleasure to bring you today April. So April, I'll just recap a little bit on last month if you like, because there was a lot around March being the month of clear, effective, let's say careful communication. Let's say communicating your message, your feelings, your viewpoint sensitively and caringly. That's the key of the communication side of it. We are seeing in March, in other parts of the world, where there is violent communication. It's very clear, it's very intentional. Is it effective though? And effective for whom? So my viewpoint is always about what is good for humanity, what is good for the beings on the planet. And there are all kinds of communication. And you choose every day, in every moment of every interaction, how you choose your communication to be received. And you can be truthful, and you can be authentic, and you can be gentle in the way that you speak your truth. Your tone of voice is a key thing. So we've seen different kinds of communication for March, so let's see what April brings then, because April is more about a consolidation. This is about this month you can start to plan, and you know that because of things that are happening in New Zealand, in our country, and the fact that we will be able to plan travel and plan big events and have a little bit more freedom where it doesn't matter whether you are vaccinated or not vaccinated. And for those of you who have chosen your path, that chose freely, authentically, what was best for you, kudos, whichever way that was. So April, stability comes to mind for April, finding a foundation, finding some kind of framework that you can work within. So routines are good. Setting new routines if the old ones aren't working, so that you feel safe, because stability equals feeling safe. And I have got cards that I'm going to have a look at just to see as a general overview for you what your month is looking like. And this is very general, but there are some things that do fit, and if they fit for you, that's great. There are some things I may expand on, but if you've seen previous videos, you'll know that sometimes there's a time lag. So from one month to the other. I've even had someone say to me that the previous year, that month, the message was more relevant to them. And that's kind of what happens. Especially that I have noticed is that sometimes it's for next year or the year after, even if it's possible right now, if it's coming out for you right now, sometimes it's delayed by external events, i.e. COVID has delayed a lot of things for you personally, but sometimes it's something you've done or something you do or something you decide that kind of pushes things out a little bit, or but anyway, they happen. Eventually things happen, especially if you keep doing the same thing. that you've always done, then that's predictable behaviour. If you do different things, that's exciting and adventurous but scary as anything. As all of you who will have made choices that meant your life path has changed, and that you don't know where you stand anymore or what you're doing anymore. So now those things this month will start to make sense a little bit more. Things will start to come together. It is time for you to make some plans for your personal self and your personal life. So let's have a little look at what other aspects of April are coming up that can be useful and helpful to you for this month. Okay, so I want to get the 3 first. The way I pick the cards is what is called intuitively. It's like we have a subconscious. Our subconscious tells us everything in our dreams. And sometimes we would not behave like that in everyday life, or we wouldn't be brave enough to do that in everyday life. But your subconscious is telling you more about yourself. Your dreams then reflect more about yourself. We're not doing dreams today, but just saying. This is a really interesting aspect to April. So we have the High Priest, and for you that know the cards, you'll have your own interpretation and take on that, and please take that as a personal for you for this month. So there's an aspect of the priest, the Hierophant, this month for everyone, and that is watch and learn. There are teachers among you. It's like say what you know, share what your knowledge is. There is another aspect that this month, challenge everything that you were taught, and I mean what is possible. Okay, Albert Einstein said everything is energy, so anything is possible. And we were taught in school that if you do this and do this, you'll get an A. We were taught in life if you go to work and work hard, you'll have money. How many of those things actually kind of like resonate properly with you? Because my parents worked every day extraordinarily hard, and I still felt poor, that we were poor because we were told we had no money. But that's not true. So this card here challenges your heart to rule your head. That's the easy way to say it. And I don't mean your emotions to go run amok. I mean, what do you really feel you would like to accomplish, or actually even just explore or learn about or do that is, kind of challenging your old belief systems and your old conventional upbringing. Society has convention attached to it. What can you do that actually proves to yourself that maybe there are other possibilities? So this is the card where you go to church, if you have a church, explore spiritual aspects, and I don't mean psychic. Psychic and intuitive is not spiritual. It is the bridge between the human everyday and the spiritual identity of your true identity, your true being. So this is a time where if you've got a book in you, start writing it. This is the plan. Make the plan to actually do a little bit of writing every day. I'm a great talker. I don't always follow my own advice. We have barriers and resistances built up inside us through our traditional upbringing and trying to be good or trying to be the best person. So challenge those aspects within yourself. Look at how you can be more true to your heart and what you authentically feel. Do something that's of you, not what you're supposed to be like. So relationships figure a lot this month as well. And that's romantic relationships. It's also other relationships though. And there's always that other aspect. This is the angels are working with couples. They are, and I say angels, and I know it can sound a bit fluffy sometimes. So I will just say there are energies around you that are supportive of closeness in your relationship, helping you to get on with the people most dear to your heart, because sometimes we hit on people we love the most. And this month there's that other kind of ingredient that helps bring closeness in a relationship. I'll go into that a little bit more. So that is the Lovers. And the third card for April that we've got is the Tower. We've had the Tower a lot over the last lots of years. Well, let's just say at least the last 3 with COVID. We've had a lot of moments where what we believe to be our life has changed. What we believe to be how life should be has changed. For some of you, you don't still know the extent of what that's going to look like. But any change, and I have to reiterate on this, any change is for the better. It might not feel better, but it simply helps you with this side of things, which is all the conventional side. It helps you to kind of reset all the beliefs that you have inside you about the world, money, life, and all that kind of stuff. And it came to me this morning that there are generations below us. We lived under the threat of nuclear war, and I worried about that as a child growing up every day of my life, and asked lots of questions about it. There are generations that have never had any upheaval, so this could be quite hard for you. All change ultimately brings about good, and our world has been wrong for a long time, so changes are needed and changes are happening. So what I could do is I could just have a little look at the one that perhaps you were questioning the most, which would be the unexpected aspect of the month. The other parts look really good. Some of you will be setting marriage plans, looking at committing to a partner. And it may just come out of the blue like you wouldn't expect. Maybe you've been in a relationship for a very long time and it's just a kind of relationship, or was a never going anywhere else kind of relationship, and something happens this month. Right, so this is the card I'm going to expand on and just see if I can clarify what that might be. Let's have a little look. So what kind of shifts and changes? If they don't fall out, I don't encourage them. So what are the changes for April for you? Changes. Somebody who won Lotto the other night got a really big shock and surprise. So they can be really good. We seem to have a bit of reluctance in the cards coming out. So, there we go. So there might be some surprising news that comes, and it's good news. When it comes this way, it's always actually good news. So I'm not making that up. So there is good news, or there is just something that you're going to get some information on that's going to be very helpful, maybe insightful, that's just going to help you in a practical, everyday way, maybe with work. And the other card that fell out was the Success card, which means for everything that you have been going through and everything that you have been looking for changing for the better in your life, this is when the news comes in. This is when you start to see that you actually have made it in some way. For those of you who didn't get vaccinated and had to put up with all of that stuff that perhaps came from people who were afraid, that was horrible, this is an indication that you have won, succeeded. And it's not about winning and losing. It's about going, phew, you know, I was right to stand my ground. I was right to do this for me. And you are the most important person in the world. So do it for you always, every single time. Okay? So these surprises come in around success, accomplishment, achievement, good news. Oh, and the other one that, see, I didn't even ask for that one, new money. So it means it also comes in around your finances. There being maybe a little bit of something new that happens with your financial side of things that is good. All of this is really good for April. So I'm going to have I just might expand a little bit more on the Hierophant, which is the high priest. It means get in touch with another part of yourself, which is spiritual, not the intuitive, but the spiritual. So read about spirituality. Eckhart Tolle, Dolores Cannon, their names you could actually look up, and they can give you more of an understanding of what that means. And it can be hard going a little bit, I get it. It can be a bit hard to kind of absorb and understand. But there's an inner you that kind of knows truth. It knows the truth. It knows you are more than you are, and more than this human part. And that's what we can look at sort of maybe exploring. But remember the planning. Put plans in place, whether it's for travel, whether it's for a new routine, whether it's for a new way to relate to your partner. Yeah, good time to plan. Any of you who have been toying with the idea, or who have just kind of like been in that process of what am I doing with my life? I need to find something I can do of myself, work for myself. This is the time that you take all those little ingredients of, I like to do this, I feel like I want to do this. You put them all together and you see what kind of a parcel it makes. So let's just say, think that what you are going to do has never been done before. Look at people who are doing a little bit similar to what you do, and just go, well, how can I make that individual to me? Because I'm different, I'm not going to fit that groove. So it is about, yeah, finding your fit. Okay, this is the month to do that. So let's have a little look at the Hierophant and just see what we have. That they seem to be, and I didn't know if you were kind of coming out, but they all seem to come out. Sorry, this is about the other half of your life, in your life. This is about what I was saying before. Some of you might just get a declaration of commitment, or that you are their significant other, or that they want a little bit more with you. And I know this isn't the relationship card I pulled up, but the Hierophant says about commitment, it says about marriages, and it says about a promise to be with you. Sorry, I didn't show you all the cards that came out, did I? But you see there's a male that comes out with that one, but it signifies your other half. So what were the other cards? Get your business hat on. For those of you who are looking to do something yourselves, and actually it just says you'll have the motivation. I'll just hold them all up. I don't know if you can see them all, because the ones of you that can read cards will want to know what these cards are, okay? And you'll be able to see them from the picture. So you can always stop the tape and just have a little look too. So, and for those of you on the radio, I'm really apologise, because sometimes I forget that people are just listening and not seeing. So I'll just say there's more motivation toward activities and getting things done, getting into gear. You have emotional ups and downs. It's not going to be smooth sailing, but you're carrying a lot of emotion from the changes and things that have happened in your life for the last few years. So this is about balance. This is about give and take. This is about keeping going. You know, you've come through a lot. You've got a lot of stamina. You've got a lot of lasting power. You have done all the hard work. The rewards are about to come in, and you will feel more purposeful in your life this month, that there is a sense of purpose and a sense of reason to your life. So, on that note, lovely ones, I will give you my number, 027 4166 545. I am doing video messenger readings, and I am looking to do face-to-face again very soon. So if you would like a tarot reading for a few months or the year, then come see me. If you would like a life coaching session on a situation, come see me. I have an interview coming up next. If you would like to watch that after this, that will be wonderful and hopefully insightful. 027 4166 545. That's me. Take care. Bless. Namaste.